go. Hey, good morning, everyone. Melissa Kirkpatrick here, and I'm coming in with another collaboration interview with one of my great friends, Kendra Ramirez. And I'm super excited to be able to bring you these opportunities to hear from other coaches who are out there working with clients and hearing the same stories that I'm hearing. I just launched a program that's a 6-week mastermind that's going to allow individuals an opportunity to scale their mind, money, and momentum in their business and in their life. And from that conversation with those who joined that, they were also wanting to be a part of more coaching. And so what better way to help you understand when you're making an investment in yourself, but talk to someone who's already been working with clients and hearing the same stories that I'm hearing. So I want to welcome Kendra taking time out of her busy day to come in and share with us. So Kendra, please give us an introduction about yourself and the Reset Company.
Thank you so much. It was so fun talking recently. We were talking about just all the things that we're hearing with the different folks that we're talking with. And yeah, I just, with the Reset Co, it was just me wanting to put my arms around all the incredible coaching programs that already exist and being that connector. I've always been a connector of hearing people that had different needs, and we have 18 different coaches that were able to listen to your needs and say, oh, well, you need to talk to maybe these 2 or 3 coaches and feel out which one's going to be the best fit for you, versus just simply Googling and landing on someone. These are vetted coaches, certified coaches. And as you know, there's a coach for everything.
Right, exactly. Well, I think your journey has definitely been one that has inspired a lot of men and women that's worked with you going out of the, you were in the tech field, starting your journey, and then you've had a divorce and raising a child and different things like that. We all can relate to that. But like you said, there's coaches for everything. And, you know, there's points where I have 2 or 3 coaches. I might have a mindset coach. I might have a marketing coach. Like, it's one of those things that when we invest in ourselves and we really are aligning with what we need, to me, that's like a coach on a sports team, right? They've got to keep you going, keep you motivated, keep you driven. And, you know, the investment is priceless. At the time, sometimes it becomes scary, right? People are scary to invest. What comes up often, like when you're looking at people coming into your programs or buying into the program? What do you feel is like the scariness, or what do you help them as they navigate that?
Yeah, and it's so true. And I try to think back to myself, right? When I first hired my first coach. And it's hard to like think back of, you know, those days and how I was feeling, because I've had my coach for, gosh, I don't know, over 7 years. And just the thoughts and feelings of just, oh my gosh, I might have to be vulnerable. And am I doing it in a group setting? And then I'm gonna have to be vulnerable with strangers, or am I gonna do it in a one-on-one setting? And I've done both. And I'm like you, I hired multiple coaches, multiple types of coaches like you. Sometimes I've got 2 or 3 coaches working at the same time. And just like you were saying, like everyone, like, you know, any athlete, any executive, anyone that's trying to level up brings in a coach, because the way I view coaching is I'm going to be able to shorten the cycle versus me stumbling through something. I'm going to reach out to someone that's been down the path before me and has it out and can look back and say, hey, these are things I wish I knew when I was in your shoes, and let me, you know, share what's going on so we can help figure that out together. And that's really what, you know, all the coaches that I've had throughout my career have helped me do, is be able to pave a path quicker than if I had just stumbled through it myself. And as we both know, we get stuck in our heads.
Yes.
And then we don't take action towards the thing that we need to be taking action. And we know it, like intellectually, you know it, like you're watching today, you intellectually know the things you're supposed to be doing, but sometimes you need someone outside of yourself to say like, hey, let's go. We're going to lock arms. We're going to do this together. And, you know, we've all been there. So you're not alone.
Agree 100%. And that's the feeling, like we know we feel alone, but we don't know what to do. I've been talking lately about the overnight success took 5 years or 10 years, or maybe even 15 years. And the other piece of that is just really knowing that what if you could take what you've struggled with over the past 3 or 4 years, have a coach and get results in less than 6 months? I mean, we see it all the time when people are ready, when the student is ready, the teacher appears, and then you're able to really gain that momentum. One of the other things is accountability. That has been a big thing for me this past year because of what, you know, everything that was going on, is staying in your own lane, being able to put your head down, do the work. But the accountability piece of it is where the 21 day, I started that last year, is building those habits, just building that belief in yourself, building that or setting that intention every day. I also have that starting on Monday for those individuals who just want a 21-day working with me in a group setting, to give them that opportunity to experience getting out of your own head, getting out of your own way, dropping into the heart space, getting into the gut space, because we forget that oftentimes that's where the answers are, not up here, because we just have so much up there and we're trying to do the same thing over again, expect those different results. And we all know that's the definition of pure insanity. So what does it look like when you bring a group together? Because I think what you said about some people are a little scared, doesn't feel comfortable. How do you manage that in the sense of someone going into the group versus individual coaching? How would you recommend that?
Yeah, first of all, sign up for Melissa's program. You won't regret it. I mean, every single dollar I've ever invested in coaching has come back tenfold. I mean, I know like it's a time investment and a financial investment, but it has been life-changing for me. And that's why I shout from the mountaintops, just like Melissa, on how important this, stuff is. And those that are on the fence right now, they're like, I don't know, I'm going to be a group of strangers. I'm going to share things that, maybe I don't want to share. And look, your journey is your journey. You don't have to go back, right? Like we don't have to say, oh, what happened to you when you were 3, right? Like you don't have to. That's a beautiful thing about coaching is it's really forward focused. And where do you want to go? Here's where you are. Where do you want to go? Let's figure out those gaps together. But every single time I've been a part of a group coaching or leading group coaching it's collective wisdom.
Yes.
It is so incredible. I'm not kidding. Every single group that I've either been in or led, someone in the group has gone through the thing that someone else is working on every single time. Like someone else is already on the path.
Yes.
And our groups tend to stay together. And after the, 21 days or 6 weeks or 12 weeks, whatever the program is, they stay together and have built a new tribe because now they have similar language. They can hold each other accountable. And to me, that's the beauty of being part of a group. When I was going through divorce and depression and all this craziness 15 years ago, I found solace in a group of strangers. It was the most bizarre thing, but I felt safer telling my story and what I was going through. And it's through a small group through my church. It was the first thing way outside of my comfort zone because anyone who's ever experienced depression feeds off of isolation. So you're just like, I'm not going to go to a group, especially of strangers, but I felt safer in this group of strangers. And they loved on me like I had never been loved on in a while, Such this beautiful thing. And they were all in different spaces and time of their life, older and younger. And it was exactly what I needed.
Exactly what you needed. Sometimes it's beyond when we look back and we recognize that was exactly what we needed. Steve Jobs talks about connecting the dots looking back. And I think, that leads into when people invest in themselves because they can't see right in front of them what that opportunity is, just like you investing your time to go to that group and be supported until you're on the other side of it. Always forward, never back. It's one of those things that you can really start aligning that. I think investments are one of those dirty words in a sense that, oh my gosh, you'll never get your money back. It's not a good investment. You have so many other people that come telling you what they believe to be true. So when I know, because you're a reset mindset, when we hear these outside conversations from what they think about it, what would you recommend that someone would, how do you help someone really understand what they need to do in that moment?
Yeah. So, of course, that's what we do, right? We turn to friends like, hey, thinking about joining this program. What do you think? But we have to understand is the lens that all of us are looking through. And we all have baggage. We're all carrying baggage to that conversation. And so maybe someone had an experience with another coach or whatever in their life, and they're bringing that baggage to the conversation. So you just have to be mindful of the lens and perspective someone's bringing. Or indifferent, and it's okay to ask others of what they've experienced, but just know there's a lens there as we're moving through, and that that's okay. And sometimes we have to do things outside of our friend circle that may feel uncomfortable to them, but it's something that deep inside. Like just trust yourself. Like if this is like calling to you, like, hey, I really need to take care of take this challenge, or join one of Melissa's groups, then do it. Like, don't second guess it. Like if it's on your heart to do it, listen to your body, listen to your gut, If it's telling you to move, then move. I highly, highly recommend you. Like one of my coaches, when I went through and was kind of going through some of those negative loops that, just systems and beliefs, mindset stuff. And no joke, my business grew 300% when we were starting to knock out some of these. So do you think I would turn around and invest that money? Absolutely, because I got it back, like I said, 300%, and it continues to grow from, I mean, it's just really incredible. So don't think about money and get caught up in that, because we're like, oh, money is a dirty word. Well, again, that's a mindset. Someone told you along the way that money is dirty. Let me tell you, money is beautiful, and it's about abundance and what we can do to bless others. It's not about you. It's how we can move through the information and share, right? And be able to be a blessing to others.
Yes, yes. And that's it. We put so much leverage on the money, but I know for a fact, and I taught this just in that training, that 3-day challenge I did, we will find money when the desire is strong enough. The excuses will outweigh the money, but it really is. If a friend calls you and says, I need money right now, Kendra, I need $1,000, or, they're going to take my dog. Like, you would help me find that $1,000, or you personally would find the $1,000 versus when, it's like, well, no, I don't want to do that. And it always surprises me when I talk to a potential client and the money stories there and all of this. And then I can go look at their Facebook page and see where they spent the weekend somewhere, or they bought a new animal or pet, or they, it's like, okay, you didn't have the money to invest in yourself, but that feels better, I guess, to them. But it's all that mindset growth, like you were saying. And if you can trust the process, if you can confidently, because that's where I got hung up early on, is every investment was not a good investment in my mind, because I didn't get the magic pill or the tap of the wand on the head to make me an overnight success. But then as I go forward on my journey and I look back at those investments, I'm like, oh my God, that was perfect. And oh my gosh, I'm still using this. And oh, I see where that's happened. And I've had a coach since probably 2008. They've been different ones along the way, but it has just been, and when I don't have a coach, I think I've got it, but I don't got it. Because we get in our heads and we start creating this belief again that is not true. So when the motivation runs out, this is usually the big thing. They're all excited, they're amped up, they're ready to go, but then the money stops them. What do you find helps you when the motivation, when you do feel those days of like, I just need a break, I'm not motivated? How do you bring yourself up out of that? Because I think a lot of us experience that, even as entrepreneurs, especially.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally do that, right? I mean, especially on days like today where it's gray, like I'm super affected by weather. When it's bright and sunny, I'm like, bing, let's go. But today I was looking forward to spending time with you because I knew I'd bring some sunshine together, right? So,
Yes.
and I love, like, R.T. Stokes, a dear friend of mine, he always says, ask yourself what's your emotional weather forecast for the day. He said, it's up to you to set the tone and intention for the day. It's like, if you want to see sunshine and, and happy feelings, like you set the tone for the day. And what I always love is just back to creating those daily habits. And as we always say, that mindset is a muscle. We have to use it. And, I definitely have days where I'm not, happy and chipper and, doing things. And, maybe I'm in my head, or maybe I'm in doubt. And that's where, we really have to go back to the basics of, gratitude or serving. Because if I get outside of myself, is usually when I'm able to pull myself out of that doubt, or picking up the phone. And I call them courage champions, someone that, knows your story, knows your loops, knows what's going on. And you kind of help each other and say, hey, I'm kind of stuck in this doubt, or I'm really kind of, not sure about, this investment I'm thinking about, from a time and or finance. And they know like you have big goals for yourself, and they're supporting you, throughout that. And sometimes even just shifting my energy of putting on some jam music, right? And my own little personal dance party, because sometimes there's just emotion trapped in our body. We just need to literally, like Taylor Swift says, shake it off, right? Sometimes we just got to shake it off, whatever's going on. And I always love to just sometimes out loud say, not today, not today. You are not going to stop me from chasing the thing that I have, set up for myself from a vision or a dream. And then I'm going to figure out who outside of me can help me see what trap I'm falling in. Because we all do it.
Yeah, we do. We do. And you definitely hit that when you said the emotional forecast. I think that's brilliant because we forget that we control that. It's in us to decide, not today, love that, shake it off. I always say out of any situation, good will come. So if I feel like I need to go be a good finder, I can be a good finder. That puts me on a different path. The music has definitely been a game changer because I brought that back in like before calls or before programs or trainings that I do. I mean, I crank it up loud because it just, like you said, it moves anything that's stuck in there. And you definitely have brought the sunshine today. And I'm just so grateful to have the opportunity to spend time with you and to collaborate and have these deeper conversations and really help others feel comfortable around coaching. I mean, this is what it's like. This connection that we're having is what you get when you're supported by a coach. It's these authentic conversations, this being vulnerable, being able to share your truth if you desire, how deep you want to go, but really getting that forward focus, aligning with, like I said, the accountability, or even if it's a small mastermind that can help you just shift out of whatever it is you're not able to get to that next level. And it can be financial, it could be personal, it could be relationships. All of it works together. How you do one thing's how you do all things. And that to me has been the game changer in my own experience, because we really are creatures of habit. We really do live our lives in all ways, in the same way in all ways. And so that's what I want to offer to my clients, is that opportunity to shift. So Kendra, let us know, where can we find you after this interview if people want to go check you out? I know you're pretty active on LinkedIn, but give us the information so they can find you.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I love our conversation and I always enjoy our time together. And so definitely check out Melissa's program. You will not regret it. You will not regret it. And I know others that have been through her program and they rave about it. So I'm not just saying that. Yeah, so I'm under Kendra Ramirez on all social, but you're right. I am active, very active in the LinkedIn community. So you can find me there, and happy to chat, happy to connect. And I just enjoy our time together.
Awesome. Yes, I have too. Well, thank you again. I know, on these days like today, it just lights us up to just be able to come together and have those conversations. As I mentioned, I'm Melissa Kirkpatrick, the business and life coach that you've been seeking to change your outlook on life, to get really motivated and focused. And if you're interested in those programs, I will drop them in the comment below. But I'm wishing everyone an amazing day. Make it a good one. Be a good finder. Take care, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
So fun. So fun.